What is happening, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate. I am your host, El Capitan, and today on the tailgate party that never seems to ever end, there was media day. We had some stuff. Big man was in the building. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm kind of jacked up. I like getting to meet the players. I by all accounts, had a late start. By all accounts, this guy is going to be a Dolphin. It seems like there's an understanding on the money. We just need the guy to sign. So keep our fingers crossed. It hasn't happened yet. I'm literally refreshing Twitter all the time. So I'm just hoping that I'm going to see it come up. So it should happen, guys. As far as I can tell from sources, that this is figured out on the money end. He just needs to sign. I think he's just P's, Q's, everything like that. The Dolphins need this guy on the team. By all accounts, they valued him over Collins, which is why Collins signed the deal that he did. They really need this guy to make this offensive line hum. If we miss on this, guys, don't panic. Don't hit the nuclear panic button. We will figure it out, guys. We will figure it out. Offensive line, we're going to run the ball. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good media stuff. Lots of good stuff all over the place. Crazy trades happen. Matt Ryan's a Colt now. And the Colts got money. So that's the team I'm looking out for, honestly, that might go and get Terron Armstead. So just watch out. That's all. But good feelings, good deals. I'm hearing good things. I'm hoping to see this happen and break on the show. We could break it on the show and we could get crazy. But went over the media day. I'm all jacked up.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Ready to get it. Ready to go down. Tailgate party style. So, guys, on your way in, just a little tickle that like button for El Capitan. Please, guys. Hit the like button, helps the algorithm, gets the show out there. If you guys are watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere else, do us the favor, come over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, help us grow. We're creeping up on 1,000. We're only about 150 away. We need your guys' help to get over the 1,000 mark. We'll celebrate good times, a party. We'll give stuff away. Guys, thanks for getting in here early. I seen all you guys in here. Isaac, Jason, King Milf, Fat Boy, Willie, Blake, CT, Rasta, Mr. Miami, Q, Martina, Alida, Jose, Dan was in here early too, David, Scott, Miss Finn's always making her grandest appearance, Bleezy, Andreas, Carla, John, Estefan, Ryan, Color, obviously, who's sitting in the back. Going to get him in here sooner rather than later. Guys, please, please, please hit the like button. So, all right. The AFC gets a little bit more dicey again. Seems like the entire NFC is taking off a year. They're like, hey, we're going to let old quarterbacks duel it out in the playoffs. We're going to let Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, have the big time of the old man league. So we'll see. Really, guys, the NFC's weird right now because all of anyone who's anyone is coming over the AFC. I've never seen it so lopsided in my life, which probably tells me I should bet on the NFC to win the Super Bowl. That's probably a good bet, guys. If we can find that bet out there, I'm going to have to call up Brandon the bookie and see what he thinks. Obviously, it's a bad bet, but the numbers got to be good, right? Then again, it is Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, so there might not be great numbers if I pick either one of those freaking assholes to win it. But anyhow, they got him at a steal, better than they paid for Wentz. That's for damn sure. And Wentz went to the Commanders, which is, just I don't know. The whole Redskin football team commander circumstance, it just seems like it's a whole different world on that NFC, wherever the hell they're at. They don't even seem like they're part of their own division like Dallas, and they're like, yeah, that's the guy that's in here. Like, whatever happened? That was a great franchise back in the Dizzy, but Super Bowl going franchises, we would always see them in the playoffs as Dolphins, whatever. Anyhow, Jameis Winston pulled out a hat trick like I've never seen. I mean, he pulled out a rabbit out of the hat for a $28 million contract with 21 guaranteed on the Saints. The Saints are, by all accounts, going to be a destruction next year. Who knows? Maybe Jameis Winston pops in and starts lighting things up. I don't know. It's Jameis Winston, but good for him, bro. He squeezed out 21 million guaranteed. Then again, like I just said, they'll probably be in the friggin' playoffs, which will do real good for his value. They'll look like geniuses and stuff like that. A good signing by, on all this nonsense that took place today was Marcus Mariota to the Atlanta Falcons, which they're obviously tanking, but I mean, they still got an awesome weapon in Kyle Pitts. I think they re-signed Cordell Patterson, if I recall correctly. I don't know. Did they re-sign Cordell Patterson? I think they did. Marcus Mariota looked good on a Raiders. Marcus Mariota, he looked big. He looked jacked. Looked fast. What's crazy, though, is that when Marcus Mariota signed with the Falcons, A.J. Brown tweeted out, "The best leader I ever played with." What about Ryan Tannehill? Huh? We already know Ryan Tannehill isn't known for his great leadership. Maybe a little shade thrown on the Tan Man? I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't meant in that way, but Dolphins fans are going to go, oh, yeah, we know what you really meant, bro. It's Ryan Tannehill. He's kind of So there is talk. Yeah, John makes a great thing. There is talk about Baker going to Seattle. I don't think Seattle's going to do it unless it's maybe like a 1-year contract or something. Seattle looks like they're gearing up to tank on purpose and go after quarterbacks in the draft and try to do it all over again. I don't know where Baker's going to go. Everybody knows that when you get Baker Mayfield, you get, the boisterousness, the interviews, the commercials, stuff like that. So who knows where he's going to be? I don't know. But it is interesting to see. If he was smart, he would try to figure out how to get in the NFC. So that would be my play if I was him. I'd be like, yeah, get me over to the NFC somewhere. Try to get me in the NFC East too, which I guess he really couldn't break in there, could he? Nah, I guess not. No. Well, whatever. Anyhow, so guys, players came on. If you guys go and check out on YouTube channel Miami Dolphins, they had a bunch of the new guys in there. I went ahead and watched a couple of them, took down some notes. I got tons and tons of notes here. But guys, before we get going, again, make sure you're hitting the like button and you're subscribing to the channel. And you guys are also coming back and checking out all the great content we have here. Tonk TMI Tuesdays, Tonk 7 live at 9 with color commentary on there as co-host. Right after that, you guys got open mic with Mike on the mic at 10 on Tuesdays. You can catch Mike again with Drop the Mic on Saturdays. Then Thursdays, you got late night color commentary coming at you. And then you guys can always catch El Capitan on the Fins Tailgate every other night of the week. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate. Help support the channel, guys. It really helps us out. And if you want to support the channel in another way, you can hit the link in the description below and buy some TFTG gear. Nice gear, hats, come in a couple different colors, sandals, beanies, T-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Repping the Dolphins colors with the orange and the teal and stuff like that. And also, guys, we are partnered with Fanatics. So if you are buying some gear and you plan on going and getting even different stuff, like you want to find, a cup or, something specific, Fanatics is a great place to start looking. Hit the link below, search for what you're looking for. Other teams, MLB, NBA, NCAA, you're into the March Madness. They got March Madness teams in there. Go you. How about the U in the Sweet 16? I think they're going to get in the Elite Eight, which, if I recall correctly, and I'll ask Color this, I think it'll be the first time ever they get in the 8. They might make a run. We're going to be watching these Hurricanes very closely here, guys. So I can't wait, man. Go get them, boys. I can't wait. But yeah, today, media, all the guys talked. Some of the answers were canned, and I do have a couple of things to go over. I also have a Terron Armstead article written, Omar Kelly written about Terron Armstead and why he's needed on the team. So we'll go into that. But first, let's get to the media day. So first guy I got on the list is Teddy Bridgewater, and I know there's some controversy about Teddy Bridgewater saying that he's going to, he's not here to be a backup, stuff like that. If you listen to the Travis Wingfield interview that he had with some of the players, Teddy was on there. If you also listen to his multimedia in its entirety, you could tell he understands that he's brought in here at the backup. Not that he's going to play second fiddle to anyone, but he's not an idiot. He understands what the situation is, guys. He knows that this is Tua's team until otherwise. Now, if Tua comes out and he ain't doing his job, Teddy's not going to take it easy on him. That's for damn sure. If you guys seen Colors, thing in there, he had Teddy Bridgewater out of little emoji thingies or little caricatures in the chat. It was hilarious, dude. It was so funny. I think he might have it again coming out here soon. But yeah, sources say, Scummy, that Mike McDaniel told Teddy he's the starter. You know what? That would be good for Tua. Say, hey, man, we brought a vet in here. You got to beat him out. Maybe it would be good for him. He would be tough. Trey saying no deal for Armstead after midnight. Why? They could do. He could be sitting there with his family. He could be eating food. He could be playing video games. Going, you know what? The hell with it. I don't want to leave Florida. Let's stay here. Let's stay in this mud. So who knows? We're gonna sit here and go over some of the other stuff. But all right, guys. Teddy Bridgewater did some talking about growing up in Florida. How in high school he played wide receiver, a quarterback. That he had in sophomore year. They switched roles and he became the wide receiver and then Teddy became the quarterback and they started winning some games. Grew up looking at the stadium and how now it's come to some ways full circle for him being a Miami kid, always wanting to, looking at the stadium thinking I'm either going to be a Dolphin or I'm going to be a Miami Marlin. Which is just cool. It's a storybook, kind of thing. Who knows if he's on the team and we're in playoff football and he takes some meaningful snaps in a big game. Who knows? Maybe he takes a lot of meaningful snaps. I don't know. He is a good quarterback. He's well respected and loved. As I've told you guys, Teddy Bridgewater is beloved by most of the guys you pick on your fantasy football teams. In the summer times, he comes here to Miami and they all play, like 7-on-7. And Teddy Bridgewater is go-to QB number 1 for all these guys. So he is excited to be back on the team with Devontae Parker. He hadn't heard Devontae be called as DVP, and he did take a good jab at Devontae, which is kind of why I could tell he really knows Devontae, because he goes, Oh yeah, he's probably sitting down right now, eating a bowl of cereal, watching SpongeBob right now, which is like, yeah, that's probably exactly what Devontae Parker's doing because he's definitely not working out his body to not get injured. Oh, sorry, Devontae took a shot. I love you, bud. I hope if you stick with this team, this is the year Devontae makes everyone eat their words, especially you, Crypto. I know you've been sitting on your square hard and heavy, but and Scott, what's that Tua to the CFL? Dang, bro. Oh, man. So, anywho, the next guy that they had come on was the new offensive line guy, Connor Williams. He seems like a worker. Seems like a great guy. He was asked about whether he was if the team had spoke to him on whether he was going to play guard or tackle. He did say that he's comfortable at left guard, and I quote, "Comfortable at left guard, but could play some tackle or center wherever I'm needed." Is basically what he said. Gave a canned answer. He did say that he has taken some snaps at center. He does have versatility across the line. He has played tackle in college and stuff like that. But let's get real. He's coming here to play guard, guys. I don't know why it was kind of a thing. I guess because at this time we don't have a tackle, and they're like, shit, do we have to kick this guy out to tackle and hope for the best? Hopefully we're not sitting there. All right, let's just chill. But the Sun Sentinel Dave Fuentes asked him about his holding penalties last year because it is something early in his career he didn't have a lot of holding penalties or wasn't very penalized, and he just said, look, it was a one-off year. It's not in his head, it's not in his game, it's not what he's going to do, and that it was just kind of what his deal was. He also talked about this zone blocking scheme and how in Dallas, to them, they ran it when they did this zone blocking, and what they found very effective was coming off the ball, going side to side extremely fast. And then this is exactly what I have written here. Talked about zone blocking and how in Dallas, coming off the ball, quick, going side to side fast, getting the D on their feet, and then penetrate them with the run game. And once you have the defense on their heels, and I quote, he said, then you can get up in the air and dish it out. So he obviously understands that, and this is what he did a lot in Dallas. It's a zone run scheme where you're going to want to get your feet moving, make the defense be chasing you around. Before you know it, they're sucking wind because they're tired. You catch them in a longer drive where you're running at them with some authority, and you catch them on their heels. They get out of position, and now you're cranking it over the top of them. And long ago, when this was tanked for Tua, it was well understood that this was the offense we were going to get. For me, it was never about the offense. It's not even about Tua so much. I understand this is it's a harder way of building it, but not really in some aspects because we have chased an elite quarterback for so long, whether we miss him in the draft or whatever, that it might just be better to get the best out of a quarterback to go this route. I don't want to call it a proven route, but it's definitely an effective one. And from this building from Chris Greer and what they did with the team and breaking it down, they've built up the defense. Now they're going to try to build up the offense, and they're going to raise their floor. And then you sprinkle in some magic here and there. You never know. A lot of these teams are going to be chucking this football all over the place. We sure up our secondary, which we have a pretty decent secondary. Let's get real. And we control the clock with a power run game and beat up on defenses. Tua takes a step. I mean, listen, this is what really needs to happen, guys. If Tua can get in his comfort zone, find solace in this offense and run game of what they're going to build and make it his own and it become the identity. And I hear this a lot. This is Tua's offense. This is what I hear. we're going to build the Alabama offense here onto it. I hear that all the time from all kinds of people. I don't know if I would say it's an Alabama offense, but I do understand where their parallels are. Mike McDaniel is going to be a little bit more trickery in it, but again, I understand. You keep to under 30 throws a game and you run the ball 30 plus times a game, you control the clock, you make them make mistakes with a defense that hopefully doesn't take a step back. If anything, the young guys can maybe take a step forward. Then, maybe we can do. So we'll see. But the next guy that I seen on there was Alec Ingold. I love this dude. You can tell this guy loves football. Super football dude. He played all positions. And when he came out to the interview, he was rocking the Miami Marlins hat. Looked like he was all jacked up. I was happy for him because, you guys got to remember, this guy just signed a nice contract. He's going to be somewhere for a few years. He knows his coaching staff's coming and building this. He talked about watching all of the game tape from, the Ravens and the Niners since he's been, in the NFL, always watching, seeing how he can better his game. They also talked about, he spoke about how he made the jump in Wisconsin and that he was recruited on an offer for an athletic scholarship, and he was trying out at quarterback, talked it over with his family, knew that he was an athlete, knew he loved football, and just wanted to do anything he could to play football and take it and be a professional football player. And he went from QB to linebacker to running back to fullback. And he found his niche in the NFL. I mean, this guy's a damn good fullback. And he's proud of himself and proud of what he's done. I love this guy, dude. I don't know why he's won me over in a short time with just his excitedness of playing the position that he's going to be playing. You can tell he understands his duties and his job and is proud to execute them, even when it's about blocking, even when it's about, catching the ball, running the ball. He knows what they expect of a fullback and what it's expected to play at an elite level. And he takes note. He wants to try his best. And I love character guys. You can always tell that it just seems that all these dudes have this one type of thing in common in the character. And Mike McDaniel mentioned it about, and that's why we're keeping so much of the defense as well. Mike McDaniel mentioned this about trying to keep a lot of this team together because he's, impressed with the culture that's in the building, which, shout out to Flores. He instilled I guess kind of a culture. I don't know. It's by some accounts, Flores is a guy that was hated, probably more hated by the offensive dudes, but whatever. We'll see, guys. We'll see. But on to the next one. Let's see where it is. Okay. Okay, so the next guy I checked out was Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson looks like this is his opportunity in some ways. You can tell he's ready. He looked in the interview to be, I don't want to say, kind of a little bit of stars in his eyes a little bit. It's probably a lot coming out. He's probably a little tired, but he spoke about his versatility and it's and how he was going to be a role in this offense. And Omar Kelly from the Sun Sentinel asked him about, what is it? Is he going to be brought in here? Is he a slot wide receiver? And so he said, yeah, I definitely like the slot a lot. And this is quote, yes, I definitely like the slot a lot. I definitely like the slot a lot. More room to work with. But I definitely see myself as an all-around football player. I can run, throw, and catch. And that's his quote. We have seen the guy throw footballs. He is a weapon. He is going to be used creatively. They did ask him about how, what kind of creativity, he was going to be used in. He's hoping that Mike McDaniel will allow him to throw the football. That was something that was a point of contention. It's something to talk about. Barry Jackson kind of asked him something along the lines like, okay, so why'd you come to the Dolphins? What stuck out to you? And what was different or what's new to you from the Dallas facility, not Dallas facility, but being in Dallas and now being with the Dolphins, what stuck out to you? And he spoke a lot about how the feeling around, well, he said, first of all, the brand new facilities are amazing and everything like that, which I'm sure Jerry Jones is over there, erecting a building right now to go, oh, my players don't like our facilities. I need to get up in this mud. But he said, let's see, where was I? I lost my place. Excuse me. Spoke about the feeling around around the facility and like with the new coaches, and even though they're all new guys and stuff like that. And he used the words hand in hand is what he said. As far as, how the energy was, that everyone is super stoked to be a part of the team, and they kind of were given the rundown by Mike McDaniel, and Chase Edmonds it was a little bit he was the most candid. All the guys alluded to what Chase Edmonds was saying, so that's why I left him for last. But they were all, what Cedric Wilson was kind of alluding to was that, there's this, that Mike McDaniel was very clear on what his objective for the players was. It's like, hey man, I see you're talented. I like this in the football, and in my scheme, I think there's talents I can accentuate that you have, and that, this team that we're building, we're gonna do something, and I want you to be a part of it. And so, that's kind of along the lines what Cedric Wilson was trying to get at, that he feels that, in this offense, he's going to get the best opportunity for the money he's making to be a part of a team, to do what his abilities are going to do, and that he trusts Mike McDaniel to do it. And with that, we'll move on to the Chase Edmonds. He goes, he was asked about what he noticed being in the same division as the Niners, what he noticed about Mike McDaniel, about facing him and the Niners, what stood out essentially. And easily he said, the creativity in their plays and their players and how they used it. And I quote, I felt like McDaniel and the Niners did a great job playing into the players' abilities, finding ways to utilize guys and maximize their abilities. So that's kind of what I touched on a little bit earlier with what's kind of being understood, the message, trying to sift through here with all this stuff, because really what a lot of the beat writers are trying to find out and ask is, why are these guys here and not somewhere else? Why are they coming? And the common theme is that at least from the playmaker side with Mike McDaniel, that it's understood that they're going to get their time. They're going to get the ball. And I spoke about this, guys, long ago, about how, in this offense, it's going to attract people once it's cooking. Teams go to places like this once it looks like the rise is going and they're going to the playoffs and they should make a run at the Super Bowl. We're not seeing it so much just yet, but in the future, if this thing continues and grows on the offense the way we hope it will, if it goes, players going to want to get on board, because these guys get touches. They don't just, a wide receiver would love to throw a football. He would love to, do a pitch, or something like that, or get creative, have fun, and do different types of plays that they'll dial up during the week, and they'll have that in their back pocket. I know people don't want to hear this, but Adam Gase kind of did some of that stuff with the trickery plays and stuff like that. And we've seen some of that over the years. Chan Gailey had a couple of them and stuff like that. So these trickery plays are stuff that, attracts players. It's a selling point, because, and I know it is, because I'm hearing it through these guys, that's why they're here and not with other teams. Another thing that he said they asked him about, is he excited about being a part of this running back room, having Raheem Mostert there? And he kind of gushed about Raheem Mostert. He said he's a big fan. Always been a big fan. Watched his career, and I quote, he said, probably the fastest running back in the NFL when he's at top speed, which is a pretty ringing endorsement considering that. I mean, I don't remember him being super fast. I know he's fast, but being the fastest in the NFL, that's a pretty damn ringing endorsement. Joe Shad of the Palm Beach Post asked him about what his strength in his game was, if he had to put it in a word. And he said versatility. Then he spoke about how it helped him being, with the running back position being devalued in today's NFL. That, hey, look, I can't just think that I'm a guy that I can get the ball handed off. That he views himself as an all down back, that he can run the ball on first and second, and in the passing game on third down, or in the blocking game on third down. And so to me, Edmonds has a real shot of being a guy I put on my fantasy football team. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking about the guy. I'm like, Edmonds might be the dude I want on my fantasy football team. He might be the dude getting the touches, getting those touchdowns, those great yards. If this offensive line, God, dude, go get Terron Armstead. Just get it over. Give him $20 million. I know that's what he wants. That's what the number is. I know Chris Greer. I respect you, bud. I love him. But he kind of backed us in a corner here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting off on a tangent. But just go get the fucking guy so I can go, all right, now we finna run the football like a bunch of badasses around here. Because with Armstead, Williams, Hunt, maybe we get lucky and the kid from Iowa slides down from us and we pick him up as a center, along with Dieter and Austin and Eichenberg and Kinley, Solomon Kinley. I don't know if you guys noticed, but check out my Twitter. Solomon Kinley lost some weight. He looking fit, boy. He looked good, bro. He's like, shit, they're going to be running this year. We running the ball. He lost weight. He looks great. Solomon Kinley, I'm rooting for you, buddy. So if you're watching this, shout out to him. I love seeing a guy who, by all accounts, last year was blackballed, showed up overweight. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't get to notice, but he didn't get playing time, was demoted, and his rookie year, I thought he did good, and we didn't get to see him at all last year for other than a couple of snaps. And I'm pulling for the guy, dude. So if he can come in lighter and get cooking and make that, dude, he was good in the run game. If he can get back out here and we're rotating him in, he's somehow a guy in rotation. And I said this. We're going to run the ball and run this offensive line so much. Running back gets 100+ yards. Our running game's getting, 100 and whatever, 200 yards a game or some crazy number. Those linemen got to run 10 times that amount, getting the push off. So we're going to be running back by committee, guys. Or excuse me, linemen by committee. That's what's coming, potentially. So let me finish up on the Edmonds interview. He talked about how his versatility helped him go from Fordham, small school, to Arizona, now catching a break and getting a shot in Miami. He said words like he's humble, hard work, and versatility. He picked and the reason, he basically bluntly said the reason he kind of picked Miami is because he follows Mike McDaniel. He likes Mike McDaniel. He's heard about him from other players that he is a guru, that he can do this. He can help him with his career, make him be the best, football player he can. Also, no tax state and the location didn't hurt much either. Fun fact, wide receiver that we picked up from the Niners, Trent Sherfield is like best friends with Chase Edmonds. So that's nice. He'll have a friendly face around the team. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like there's a little bit of a friendly competition amongst each other. A little bit of it's good to have cohesion around the team. So we shall see, guys. So, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Just hitting my Twitter real quick. Make sure I didn't miss nothing, guys, because I'm waiting for it. I am waiting for it, guys. I'm hoping this hurries up and happens, because last thing we want. I'm looking at a Twitter post right now from Paul. Shout out Paul and Kat for coming over yesterday, guys, from On the Fin Side. He says in a tweet, I'm going to retweet it. It says, just saw Terron Armstead's face in a piece of toast. Y'all know what that means. Nice. That's hilarious. That's friggin' funny. So, yeah. Yeah, guys. So real quick, sorry, man, just caught me off guard. Well, I'm keeping an eye. I see you in there, Miss Finn. So I'm sure you'll crack that in there. And guys, if I miss it, please in the chat, go ahead and let a brother know. Yes, Sam McGuavin is back on this football team. FM. We signed all of the linebacking core from last year because apparently it was so good. I know, Carla. I did see 80% pulled Tua over Watson. I seen the poll. Is what it is. I mean, who knows? Watson might not even play next year. They might see a whole hell of a lot of Jacoby Brissett in Cleveland up there. The only thing they could have going for him, that if it's late in the year, he'll look like he's moving at the same speed in all the snow as everyone else, because that's what it looks like. It looks like he's trudging through the snow while everyone else is playing on flat ground. Guys, he lost those legs, that's for damn sure. I don't know if he ever had them, but he definitely ain't got them now. So real quick, guys, and then I'm going to let color in on here. But before I do, I'm going to go through this article from the Sun Sentinel written by Omar Kelly. He basically goes over, the title of the article is Terron Armstead is the piece, the player the Dolphins are missing. So starts off the article. It says basically, there's three types of typical players that hit the free agency. First of the players are those who think that they can get more money than they're worth. The other ones, players who are veterans in their 30s. And the last, of the group is basically guys who have had injury history and, have struggled to stay healthy and have durability concerns. And really, Armstead is all three of those categories. And he says that the Dolphins' only reason are fortunate enough to have him in town this week, listening to the sales pitch, is possibly because of these three categories that he fits into, all of them. You know what I'm saying? He thinks he can get more money. He's over 30. He's had durability concerns. So new head coach Mike McDaniel can't let Armstead leave South Florida without signing a contract. No matter the cost, the three-time Pro Bowler selected is capable of transforming Miami's lackluster offensive line into a forceful unit. One that complements the run-heavy outside zone running scheme that Mike McDaniel plans to install this spring. Who cares if that means making Armstead the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL for two reasons, which is all NFL contracts come down to these days, since all but the guaranteed money is fake. Owner Stephen Ross has never shied away from making standouts like Carlos Dansby, Mike Wallace, Brandon Albert, and Ndamukong Suh, Xavier Howard's the highest paid players in their perspective. I don't want to see that. I don't like those highest paid players. If you guys remember something about all of those guys there, the money never is worth what we pay. Chris Greer doesn't really operate like that. He usually is safe with the contract. We have a shit ton of money next year, guys, and we got enough to make moves now. Walmart got muscles for sale on rollback prices, Bill. No shit. Anywho, I don't know, but listen, at this point, guys, we've kind of backed ourselves in a corner. We've got to get this dude in this building to know. If not, all I see is an excuse why the whole offense didn't work and why we don't make the playoffs, which ain't gonna be good enough for Dolphins fans. We won 10, won 9. Offense looked like crap in a lot of ways, but damn it, we're sick of it. I know the AFC took a leap forward in every division, it seems like. But guess what? They're going to beat each other up. To hell with it, dude. We need to win. We need to go to the playoffs. And we sneak into the playoffs, and this offense is clicking. This defense is clicking. Run game is good. Secondary's killing it. Maybe pass rushing takes the next step. Christian Wilkins is going to ball out as best he can because he don't want that big money. Big money. He gonna be like, yeah, Dolphins, you got $100+ million next year. I want some of that. And as much as I think it would behoove them to trade him for assets before they pay him, I think Christian Wilkins is a Chris Grier pick. And if Chris Grier is here, Christian Wilkins represents the exact type of athlete he wants the entire team to be made up of. Guys that are a joy to be around, who love their job, who are versatile, and, other than maybe him getting irritating because he's so, jacked up on Mountain Dew, as I would say, he's a likable guy. And I think that's good around the locker room in a lot of ways. So I think that's what Chris Grier wants his team to be, that kind of energy. And that's a smart way to build it, if you ask me. Paying him $100+ million to be a defensive tackle, that seems like what you might get, especially if he goes to the Pro Bowl this year. But guess what? He goes to Pro Bowl this year, he'll earn that money. All right, back to the article. Armstead, who will turn 31 in July, played through a knee injury last season, but you never tell based on how effective he moved opposing linemen around in the trenches, opening up running games for the Saints. The 6'5", 304-pound fit, 304-pound it says, who has started 93 of 97 NFL games he's played in, is a bulldozer. So even though he's had these injury concerns, he's been in a lot of these football games. It would be so Dolphins to bring him in here and him fall apart on us. But I heard something today. I can't remember who said it, but someone made a good observation about, them playing on turf in that dome and how that might be what's causing Armstead all the injuries. And listen, as we all know, that turf hurts these guys. Ask anyone who plays on turf year round. It turf toe, knees, joints. It's concrete. You're running up and down on, a hard surface. You just walk around your house. You got tile on your floors. You walk around barefoot. It hurts your feet. It's just no way about it. It's just hard. A harder surface, grass, nothing like it, man. So maybe it helps them. Something to think about though. They got to stay hydrated. They got to be careful. You lose all that water. That grass sinks a little bit more. You overextend, pop that friggin' vein or pop that dealio. And I don't want to think about him getting injured. I just want to think about him coming here and laying out fools in the second level with a running back coming around cooking at 100 miles an hour. That's what I want to think about. So let's get back to this article, guys. There's a risk associated with signing him, but that's no different than any other free agent or draft pick the Dolphins could add this offseason to bolster their offensive line, which has often disappointed Miami fans in the past 3 seasons. Failed to close a deal with Armstead, who is more of an athlete than an offensive lineman, and we're rolling the dice again with Liam Eichenberg, Austin Jackson, Michael Dieter, Solomon McKinley, Robert Hunt, and sad to say this guy's name still right now is Jesse Davis. We do know Williams is on the team, but Robert Hunt isn't a roll of dice. So Williams and Robert Hunt and Michael Dieter, I guess, is okay. But the rest of the guys still have more questions than answers, especially Jesse Davis needs to get the fuck off this football team. Sorry, Jesse. I love you, bud. But Everything else has gone youth movement, and I respect him. And he was a captain on this team, I think, last year. But it's just time, Jesse. Unless you can hang around, I would rather go with Solomon Kinley as the rotation guy than Jesse Davis. Go to a great team and back up somebody and win yourself a ring, Jesse, and make some ducats, buddy. Good luck to you. And that's part of the issue, the origin of the desperation associated with Miami's pursuit of Armstead. General manager Chris Greer's evaluation and selection of offensive linemen since he took over as the team's top football executive in 2018 has been troublesome. And that's putting it nicely. Former Dallas Cowboys offensive guard Connor Williams, who the Dolphins signed to a 2-year, $14 million deal in the first round of free agency last week, is a nice player. He's a decent NFL starter, which his contract reflects. But Williams, who has played left guard most of his NFL career, is supporting actor in all respectable offensive lines. That may be true. But again, I think Chris Greer is good at paying for the value. And if the guy plays better than his value, that's good. I don't know. Again, and I try to stay positive on this, but they might rotate these guys out. It might look a little bit shaky until they figure out the combination. They're definitely going to see what sticks. Cream rises to the top, and it's going to dictate who can run and learn this zone blocking fastest and stay in the unit in which they go. Man, guys, training camp this year is going to be insane. Insane as far as the coverage on the offense for training camp. Going to be nuts because everyone's going to need to know all these position battles. It's going to be a position battle damn near across the line. If we don't get Armstead, it's going to be a battle across the line. And they asked Williams about tackle. I don't think anyone's off the table playing guard or tackle at that point because why the hell not? And the coaches got to look and see and get their hands on him anyhow. So hopefully they got these guys that have seen it with a better eye could come in and look and say, all right, this guy's going here, this guy's going there. I still think in some ways that they really want to put Eichenberg at right tackle because forever I heard that by well-respected scouts that the kid is a right tackle and a damn good one. Same thing about Robert Hunt going from tackle to guard and why everyone wanted him at guard. They're like, no, that guy at guard is literally a Pro Bowl guard. Good tackle, great guard. Eichenberg, good left tackle, great right tackle. These are what the narratives are. We'll see. We got the pros in the building now with the offensive line. So it's up to them to make their decision. And if they fuck it up, we'll be here to bitch about it. So anyhow, Armstead, who holds the NFL Combine record for running the fastest 40 time, 4.71 of any offensive lineman, is a box office star, a talent who can make everyone around him perform up to a higher standard. He's an offensive lineman in the Trent Williams mold, a talent Mike McDaniel can build his running game around, much like he built the 49ers rushing attack around Williams, and that's exactly what the Dolphins are missing. Expecting to find that type of talent in the draft, especially with Chris Greer's draft history, is risky. So if the Dolphins intend on building this forceful rushing attack that can provide balance to the offense, giving Tua the ground game he needs to be successful, they got to just see if this guy passes the medical examination. Miami might not be Armstead's first choice, which is evident from his week-long wait and see with the Saints. But that doesn't mean Armstead and the Dolphins, who likely are the highest bidders, can't agree to a deal. Miami can provide Armstead with financial security, say $50 million guaranteed. That's good. That's good money. You know, if they can get this deal done, pay the man, bring him in here, give Mike McDaniel the best opportunity that he can have to build his offensive line, because, and I expect this deal to happen, honestly, guys. I wanted Lyle Collins, but I'm thinking that Mike McDaniel's first and number one choice for his offense is Armstead. And Chris Greer he's known to give his guys exactly what they want, because if it fails, then you go, I gave you what you wanted, fucked up. What do you want from me? So I don't know. We'll see. Guys, again, please hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, please do me the kindness. Come over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000. Like the video, share the video, guys. Also, make sure you're coming back and catching all the great content. Tonk 7, TMI Tuesdays, live at 9. Tonk and color commentary on there for you. Right after that, you got open mic with Mike on the mic. You can catch him again with Drop the Mic on Saturdays, with Brandon the Bookie coming on there off and on Saturdays with him. Thursday nights, you guys got late night color commentary. And then you guys can always catch El Capitan all the other nights of the week at 10 or around 10 o'clock, depending on what's going on. And guys, also, we are partnered with Fanatics. Again, please, guys, go to Fanatics, buy some shit. Let Fanatics know that El Capitan can sell some shit. So then they might sponsor this show. That would be pretty cool. You can also buy some TFTG gear. Get yourself some cool hats, some cool beanies. Be cool. You know what I'm saying? And when we get to 1,000, we're going to probably get some of this stuff. Probably give some of it away. You know how this goes, guys. So with that, I'm going to bring in Color here. See how Color's doing. What's up, bud? What's going on, Color?
What's up, man? What's up, guys? How's everybody tonight?
So, were you able to catch any of the interviews at all?
No, not really.
That's good, man. So how'd I do as far as explaining it? Because I pretty much, those players I told
you talking about last night?
Yeah, the interviews.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it in VOD, and I'm so upset with myself for missing that, man, because I really like them two guys. So I wanted to really kind of,
you're talking
watch
about
that live.
You're talking about yesterday's video.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about not that interview, but yeah, yeah, you guys should have seen it. No, I was talking about the interviews with the players today.
No, I didn't catch many of them. I was kind of working on some other stuff with my channel and all that.
Word up. Yeah, man. The guys seem stoked. The common theme from the guys on offense is that they're excited. Raheem Moser, I didn't talk about him very much, but he's very excited. Talked about his relationship with Mike McDaniel, and that, he's always had a personal relationship with him, and that he believes in him. And it was nice, man. It was really good to hear. It was some good, by all accounts, everyone is buying into that Mike McDaniels is going to build this offense, and it's going to work in the way that they know it's going to work, where the running backs, wide receivers, everybody's going to eat. Everybody's going to get their chance. Everybody's going to accentuate their talents. They're going to find fun ways to do, stuff like that. So can't wait to see. But we shall see. So
did we sign anybody today?
No, we haven't signed the big man yet. And if we don't sign him and he walks out the building, it's going to be, I'm worried about, Jose brings up something nice here. That Crossan is the fastest player on the team with his 4.33. I don't know, man. Maybe that might be his time in the fastest, but I bet you Salvan Ahmed could smoke his ass right now, dude. Salvan Ahmed's probably the fastest guy on the team right now. Problem is he's limited in his usage. So who's faster, EM, Crossan, or Waddle? I don't know. I would say Waddle's quicker than anyone on the team, other than maybe Lynn Bowden, but he's had the injury, so we'll have to see how Lynn Bowden gets towards the end of the year.
I would say probably Crossan when he's waddling and Waddle when he's crossing.
Nice.
Something along those lines.
What's up, Shiba Army? Got me some Shiba too, boy. You know what it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't want my players out there racing, pulling themselves, pulling something in their dealio, but trying to keep up. I keep checking back over here on the old Twitter, checking my messages, waiting to hear back from some people. I was hoping it would happen tonight, but I'll tell you what, we hear that he leaves. That's not going to be good, Color. It's not going to be a good sign. And it's not going to look good to the Dolphins as far as what I'm hearing is that the money is figured out. That's what I've heard. The money's figured out. They're willing to come to terms on the finances. It's just, is Armstead going to choose the Dolphins and this money, or is he going to choose someone else and maybe less money or equal to money? Because the Colts trading for Matt Ryan, they could use another piece like that as well.
So the Colts have Matt Ryan. Boy, they're just doing exactly what they didn't want to do when they got Andrew Luck, huh? Wasn't that the point of shafting Manning out so early? Because you didn't want to find yourself doing this?
That's kind of my point, man. It's going to be a bad look if aren't as hyped as fans are. By all accounts, they've been eyeing him for a while, and from what I'm hearing,
fortunately, I've been tempering everybody's expectation. I hope.
Well, that's kind of what we do. We kind of defer on it. We're trying to save people from some heartbreak.
This is why we don't jump off the deep end for players, and
that's why we don't, man. I'm trying not to
hype and all that other stuff. But
I'm going all in on the Armstead right now, which is not my first choice. In fact, my first choice was go get Morgan Moses, and now we have an answer, and it's a good price. And seeing him sign for the price he did pisses me off. So, and then watching Collins go sign for the price he did up in Cincy, how the hell that didn't? We should have traded for Collins and gave him something so he didn't go to market. We wouldn't be in this position. But again, by all accounts, this is the man they want.
And how again?
What is it?
How did he get injured again?
Well, it's not so much he played all year last year. He's always had nagging injuries, but he started 93 of 97 games. He does get injured. He does come out. He does, do less snap, but very effective. So.
Oh, and by the way, that turf thing in New Orleans, somebody may want to check that out because, I think you're definitely onto something there because remember, I keep pointing out that their secondary, for some reason, their splits last year were really bad. Like their performance at home by their secondary was last in the league by a large margin. I mean, they were getting torched at home for some reason. And it could have something to do with, the inability to really cut on that turf, without hurting yourself or feeling it more, or a bunch of guys out there making business decisions. You know what I mean?
Jay, what are you talking about, bro? He's more athletic because he's a black dude? What are you saying? No, bro, he's more athletic because I seen him run. Son of a bitch is athletic. Ain't got nothing to do with his color. What are you talking about, Jay?
Who are you talking about?
In the chat, he says, why is Jackson a better fit in zone scheme?
Jackson who?
Austin Jackson.
Oh.
Why is he a better fit in the zone scheme? Because he is more athletic being a black dude? No one said that. What are you talking about, Jay? I don't know. I must have missed something in the chat.
Is he more athletic or no?
I don't. Is Austin more athletic? Yeah, he's very athletic.
Then what does it matter what his color is?
I don't know what I must have missed something in chat, but I just caught it out of my eye. I don't know what you're talking about. No, Austin Jackson should do better in this offense. Solomon Kinley, all of these guys should do better in this offense because it's what they want to do. It's not plant your feet and hold your ground and, keep your little zone thing. It's come off the ball and bring the hurt to the defense. offensive linemen like to do that more. I mean, you can ask any of them. They want to run the ball. These guys love
I didn't
running the
even
ball.
know he was a person of color, to tell you the truth.
I know, Color. You do have that eye thing going on. So,
Well,
funny
I mean,
because color don't see color.
I mean, I just never thought the, you know what I mean? Like, I just assumed everybody on the offensive line was white anyway.
Look, Jesse Davis should do better being the water boy. You know what, Ali? If he does become the water boy, he might become a really good coach. Seems to be a lot of water boys become coaches these days. Bah, zing. So,
I mean, I never thought to look, Chris. You know, guy named Austin on the offensive line. I just thought he was white. I'm like, what am I? You know, like,
what do you mean? You never knew it was Austin Jackson? You knew who it was. Just ridiculous. Yeah, Troy. It's just a ridiculous. I get you, Jay. You're just trying to throw some zingers in there, man. But no, he's a good player, dude. He's got his problems, but remember, guys, Austin Jackson was, what was he, 20 years old when he came in?
Isn't that you guys' biggest critique of me? Is I can't assess the offensive line?
Color season HD.
By the way, did y'all notice that teddy bear that was next to me earlier? I was making
Me
sure
too,
I wasn't
Jay.
seeing things.
I was. Oh no, I don't know about. I don't know. I don't remember when I was in high school. Honestly, last time we went to the playoffs, I think we were in high school or something like that. I don't know. It was 04. I graduated. I can't remember nothing, bro. What's up, Crypto?
What's up, Crypto?
Malcolm Perry, line 1. No way. Little bit of feedback, Color. Just a tiny bit.
All right.
There was another article about Raheem Mostert. This is why I didn't write down. What's up, Gio, my boy? Everybody check out Gio over at Miami Sports Fanatics show. I meant to jump on there earlier, my man, but you know how it gets, dog. It's the reason why I do it so late is because I ain't got time. So, let's see. So, quote to lead this. Still some feedback, Color. We're all in this. Yep, we're all in this together. Raheem Mostert looks to be a leader in the Dolphins' revamped rushing attack. This article is written by Omar Kelly again, and so let's go. Ever have one of those moments where you're supposed to know someone, begin in a conversation with them, but it takes about a minute or 5 to identify exactly who you're talking to? That's how Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds' first meeting as new members for the Miami Dolphins backfield went last week. Raheem Mostert went when their paths were crossed while taking their team physicals to finalize their free agency contracts. I didn't realize who was sitting in the chair next to me because I didn't realize who was sitting in the chair because I had gotten there a couple of hours before I did. He had gotten there a couple hours before I did. Raheem Mostert recalled on Monday. As I was walking by to go to use the restroom, he stopped me and said, "Hey, Raheem, big fan, blah, blah, blah." I couldn't recognize him because he had his mask on. He was like, "I'm Chase," Mostert said. I dapped him up and was like, "What's up, man?" Mostert, who is a more accomplished tailback, courtesy of the 1,610 rushing yards he gained on 284 carries in his 6 seasons with the Niners, hopes Edmond didn't feel he was big time in him, which I don't think he would big time the guy. He didn't, he's walking in the building and stuff like that. That's not the vibe Mostert wants to create in the Miami tailback room. It's an all in this together mentality that he wants to produce here in Miami with a forceful and effective rushing attack. Go ahead.
Let me get this straight. So he doesn't want to foment an idea that there's an RB1 in the room.
No, I don't think that. I see what you're doing there, Color.
No. Wanted to clear what he was saying.
It's funny you said that because Chase Edmonds did say in his media availability that he views himself as a 3-down back. So there might be a little bit of a competition, which is good amongst running backs because they want to all fight for being the number one running back.
It's good because we got a 2-down quarterback.
Bro, don't do that while I'm drinking. I'm gonna spit all over my shit, bro. You almost got me, man.
I'm kidding.
You know what though?
I'm really excited to see our quarterback play. Really,
it should be exciting to watch one way or the other. Moser, who in 6 months into rehabbing surgically repaired left knee, hopes to create an environment where the backs lean on each other. He said that type of attitude is what led to the success in San Francisco, where McDaniel was the run game coordinator 3 years before being the OC. So he knows him well, and that was evident in the media availabilities. He talked about how close he was with Mike, and even though he was out last year, he knows how in depth Mike is and how he can create a personal bond with the player to get them to really just be comfortable enough to tell them yes and no.
Does he like spike all the players brownies or something, man? What's going on here?
I think he just is. I think he's got that ability to disarm people.
I mean, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Spiking my brownies, I'd be disarmed too.
I don't know. Maybe he's got that kind on lock, bro. Who knows? But, right now we've got the two new guys in. We've also got Myles Gaskin, Sylvan Ahmed, Jared Doak still in here. I'm hoping they.
Well, I thought they passed on Dokes.
No,
I thought they let him walk.
No. Jared Doakes is still here.
Huh?
No. He's still here. And Raheem Moser got a 1-year deal. It's 3.1, so it's not a big amount of money. He is coming off the knee injury. And again, I'll touch back on what Chase Edmonds said. He goes, I was following Mike McDaniels. I believe he's a guru. I'm told that he's a guru from players I trust. That's what Edmonds said about him, which I don't like the guru word because we've seen that blow up in our faces. The guru go goo-goo and fucking steroid tacos wandering around and shit like that, which I don't think that's going to happen. But let's hope the Miami lifestyle don't creep into our coaching staff again. He also said,
no, I think we just traded Duke to the Buffalo Bills, Carla.
No, not Duke Johnson. I said Jared Dokes.
Oh no, I was answering Carla's question.
Oh no, we didn't trade. We didn't trade him. Duke Johnson signed with the Bills.
Right.
We didn't trade him. He did sign.
Right.
Juicy Smollett on the way. Ain't he going to jail?
No. Big Drip's convinced that Juicy Smollett is going to be our center.
That's not Big Drip. That's Rasta.
No, that's Big Drip. Don't let him fool you.
Oh, it is.
I outed him. I outed him a couple of weeks ago. Nobody really heard me.
You won the shoes, then, Rasta, from Go Time Dolphins. Did you win the shoes? Yep, Kurt Cobain was a guru. He said, Edmonds, again, I'll touch on it again. He said, I believed he'll find a way to utilize players. When you have a guy to do what he's best at, then you'll get the best out of that player. Again, as seen by the Niners offense, the only thing we can parallel to what we see being built in the Dolphins now. They had, they used Mitchell. They also used some of the other guy they got. I can't remember his name because they drafted him higher and then he used him a bunch. But even back before they had the running game that they had that year, back when Mike McDaniel was a run game coordinator, they didn't just use Moser. You know what I'm saying? They had Jeff Wilson, Moser, and McKinnon, and they all took like 80-plus carries. And then before that, it was Coleman, Moser, and Matt Breida.
Wilson Jr.
120-plus carries. So they moved.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah, that was before.
You already said him? Yeah.
Yeah.
They burned through all those running backs and then moved on through the wide receiver room, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's how they give these. They They chew up the talent, man. Bro, it's a miss by the Dolphins. Everyone knows who watched the show knows I thought Crowder should have been on this offense. That guy, and what was it, $4 million? Wait till he's chewing us up next year in the role. What's his name? Beasley just left. He's gonna. It fucking pissed me off, bro. It pissed me off, dude. It was only $4 million. He was talked about getting 8 or 9 or some shit. They should have signed him. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't, because they're not going to tell me. I do know some things, but they don't tell me everything. I don't know why they didn't go get guys like this. Morgan Moses, Juju Smith-Schuster even.
That guy right there alone could take Josh Allen to another level. You know what I mean? Oh, my God, man.
I don't know if he takes him to another level, but I do know they don't lose anything now.
Yeah, it definitely replaces Beasley right off the bat.
That's what I just said. He slips right in there on the Beasley roll, bro. Yeah, I know.
And he's bigger than Beasley. Like
Jamison Crowder. Jamison Crowder's not on that no more, bro. We were just talking about him. He just signed. T.Y. Hilton's 36 years old. A.J. Green looks over the hill.
Yeah.
Julio Jones.
A.J. Green's been 90 for like 4 years now.
Julio Jones is being courted by the Colts right now because they want him to come there because they got Matt Ryan. And Jarvis Landry, I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to offer him the money. I think Jarvis's pride might come into that equation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want Will Fuller on this team. So the only player on this list I think is a realistic option would be Odell, and Odell's going to want more money. And I don't want Odell, injury type Odell, after winning a Super Bowl. If he'd have lost that Super Bowl, maybe I would get him. But winning it, he could kind of, sit on easy street in some ways. So and we see this a lot. The letdown
Odell
years.
Beckham Jr., man.
I don't. Did he sign with Cleveland? I don't know. I do know that they were courting him and talking about him going to Cleveland because they can work it out. And now that they're going to have Deshaun Watson, maybe they sign him to like a 2-year deal.
Washed up Dotson.
Maybe they sign.
Did you say washed up Dotson? Is that his name?
That's not his name, but you know who it is. But
washed up Dotson.
Dotson, my Watson, and my dear. Maybe they get smart with Jarvis Landry and sign him to a 2-year deal, front load all the money, so there's no cap hit next year. So then when Watson has a full season, it's reversed roles because they're paying Watson $1 million this year. They could switch it around and pay. You know what I'm saying? Try to maneuver the cap some way. I don't know, but they're going to get tricky. They got Amari Cooper over there. Who knows? So, sucks, but whatever. I don't think Landry. Wow, Jay, you think New England's going to sign Landry? That would suck. That would suck, bro, seeing Landry in New England. That would not be fun. I hope that does not happen. What's going on in the NFC? NFC, get your fucking act together. Get some of these players. So, matter of fact, NFC, while you're doing a fire sale of the entire NFC, give me some of those players, and I think you know which ones I'm talking about. The ones I've been hearing about.
It's going to be a total bloodbath from AFC to NFC this year.
Which is why I think we should bet for the Super Bowl. Bet on the NFC to win. Back-to-back years, NFC just won it.
I'm surprised we're not seeing more backhanded movements by the NFL to stop this shit.
No, they ain't getting away with this shit.
They
love it. What are you talking about?
Everybody's following the rules.
They can't. Bullshit. Everybody follows the rules. We know how that is. Everybody follows the rules. Yeah, bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially during the legal tampering period.
Yeah. The legal tampering period. None like an oxymoron to tell me that you guys aren't a bunch of liars and cheats. Ridiculous.
Why don't you just call it the period you're allowed to talk to other players?
The open cheating period. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Backdoor day or something.
Yeah, I don't know. You might get a lot of bad internet searches if you look up backdoor day. They don't want to call it that. Backdoor day 2, backdoor day 10,000. Girls backdoor day. Schoolgirls backdoor day.
I mean, who knows? It may just bring up the cheerleaders. Sorry, man.
Trying to throw me off and you're succeeding. You know who's still available out there is Zach Pascal. I would like him. Oh, no, never mind. He signed. My fault. Like he's signing with Philadelphia? Ugh. God. Why, dude? Cole Beasley's still out there. He's 32 years old. Are you sure? Cole Beasley's 32? I thought it said 35 last time I looked at it. I think they're changing his age. Lying on here.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We got Craycraft, man.
Yeah,
that dude knows how to catch.
Yeah, you're right. Craycraft's going to be our new Wes Welker. God, I hope that happens. I'm looking at some other guys. Oh, you know who's out there? Adam Humphries from Washington. That guy, he got injured, but he's pretty good, man.
He is, but maybe it's because he hasn't been he hasn't been the focus anywhere he's been in a while, so maybe that's why he's slacking.
Well, he was supposed to have a breakout year, but he got injured.
Mm-hmm.
He's 28 years old, so he's still relatively young. And he's not Sammy Watkins 28 years old either. So
well, you don't want no Sammy Watkins.
Sammy. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anybody else that they might value at a bargain deal.
Well, you want a bargain, eh?
Yeah, we need a bargain.
You gotta go to Minnesota
shrimp on
for
the
a bargain.
I need a shrimp on the bargain.
The best place to go for a bargain is Fargo.
You need to pass the Dutchie, bro. Wonder, I'm looking at names like Malik Turner from Dallas, Marcus Kemp from KC. These guys are 26. I know they're not like, Christian Blake from Atlanta. These guys, Traquan Smith, Dante Pettis from the Giants, all small role guys that maybe end up on the Dolphins fighting it out because goodness gracious, dude. I know, Jose. Humphrey is good, and he kind of fell off because of the injury. So we got to do something. I am hearing rumors about the Dolphins potentially mortgaging some of those picks in the future for talent. It is something that keeps finding its way to me. There
is still John Ross, dude. I've been saying it for a while.
John Ross is a one-trick pony, but that is a trick we don't have up our sleeves right now. You're not wrong about that. I wonder what kind of money you could get him for, too. You probably get him cheap. But doesn't he not want to do kickoff and punt returns, though? Are you sure he's available? He's not on my fucking list. I don't even see him.
On Over the Cap, it says he's unrestricted free agent.
What am I on? I'm not on Over the Cap. I'm on Sports Track.
Huh.
I don't know.
Contract value $2.2 million, fully guaranteed money $1 million.
So yeah, you can bring him
salary
in.
Cap charge 0.
Yeah, you could bring him in. As a cheap. Bring him in as a body. It seems that's what they're doing. It's kind of weird.
Wasn't he the guy that set the 40 record at the combine a few years back?
I thought he tied it.
Or tied it, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Toss fast, Ross.
He's so fast too, it could just throw it up blind and as hard as he can, and
if Tua just chucked it blind as hard as he could out in the middle of the field,
one of them 71 yarders, Ross will catch up to it.
Anthony says, Chris, I feel going crazy in free agency for just the sake of going crazy is bad business because you might end up screwing up your cap down the road, overpaying guys don't deserve it. Anthony,
hey, you're not allowed to copy and paste stuff from Stephen D's show this morning, man.
Yeah, Anthony, don't be.
Yeah, I'm there in the morning. You can't get away with that blatant self plagiarism.
I did miss Stephen D.
By the way, everybody, make sure you catch Stephen D in the morning. He's got Miami's hottest and greatest sports fan show in the morning. Miami Sports Music. Make sure you all get over there and check them out.
Yep.
You can find Tony copying and pasting and everything from tonight.
Yep.
In tomorrow's chat.
Gio, did he copy and paste it on your show too, bro? Did he copy and paste it on yours too, bro? Let me know. Just busting you up, Anthony. We love you, bud. Back to your question.
He's like, I'm gonna get my quote read whether I got to paste it in every goddamn channel in this freaking land, man.
I got you, Anthony. Chris Greer ain't gonna spend money. I mean, look, he hasn't done it with anyone at all. So if he did it this one time with all the cap space we got coming to us next year, I would forgive him, especially if it's a tackle that we desperately need right now.
That's what I meant, Anthony's like, there's no such thing as self-plagiarism.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Scott, I heard Ennis was butthurt this morning. That's all right. I know Ennis. I love you, Ennis. What do you want me to say? Fucking whatever. So I ain't got nothing to say about it. I know Ennis has got his thing. Those guys are trying to cook up, trying to, do whatever it is they're trying to do. But just remember, Ennis, I reached out to you well before any of them. Sent you the hat. Was cool. Introduced you to the guys over at Good Time Dolphins. Been nothing but cool to you. So, and I get the whole play game you're trying to do, but whatever, bud. So either way, that's all I'll say about that. I don't know, guys. Back to the free agent list. So let's say
you all get over to Ennis's Twitter space and give him, shout out to him. He does a good job on the Twitter space shows. Follow him on Twitter at Ennis Campbell, I believe.
I think that's what it is. Oh, you know what? They re-signed their tackle. Oh my God. What's his name for New England? They re-signed him. Oh my goodness gracious. I got to look it up. I can't even believe
Trent Brown.
Trent Brown. Thank you. I knew it was Brown, but I remember it was Terron. It's getting late, guys. I'm looking at whatever. Anyhow, if Armstead slips through our fingers, it's going to be a terrible look. It's going to look like that top tier talent players aren't picking the Dolphins.
I keep telling everybody that. I told everybody that early, and it's not because of Tua. I promise you, it's not exclusively because of Tua. It's not only because of Tua. Wait, it's because of Tua. I mean, no, I'm kidding. It's actually because of the zone blocking scheme. These guys are going to be like running up and down the field like soccer players. I'm telling you, they already do it in the RPO. I'll stop now.
Look, it's not only is it more demanding from the offense.
The weather's nicer in San Francisco. Let's just say that.
It's not just about the offense. it would send a bad look. It would look like we're losing out on players because Collins taking the contract he did, Morgan Moses taking the contract he did. The Dolphins can afford those guys. Collins was in the building. Sure, they could have offered him more money. If Armstead leaves and goes and takes money from somewhere else and it's $20 million or less, or say it's like, 18 a year guaranteed or something, it's going to look like guys are taking even less money from other teams to go there and not be on the Dolphins. And now we can speculate on whether it's because they don't believe in the quarterback, they don't want to be on a first-time head coach, they don't want to be a part of an organization that's got a scandal going on right now, or they don't want to run in a zone blocking scheme that's going to demand them for just, killing themselves. Or maybe they don't think the team can compete. But damn, dude, we let this guy slip through our fingers, and it's gonna look bad. It's gonna get crazy out here. Came in here in positivity, and I'm hoping for the best. And by all accounts, guys, again, I'm hearing that the money is figured out. They're just waiting for him to sign. And if we're here and it's Wednesday's TFTG show, we had open mic and TMI already on. Which, guys, make sure you're checking the shows out. And he comes and goes. That's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good look on the franchise. It's not going to be a good look on the team. It's not a good look right now that we've backed ourselves in this fucking corner.
And in serious fairness and serious consideration to Tua, it's not fair at all to Tua. It's Pamela has been making this point quite a bit. That it don't matter what you feel about Tua, whether you think everything's his fault or not, or like on the field, maybe you don't think his play is up to par, whatever. Everybody knows how I feel.
However you feel about him, that's not.
But really what they're doing is just not fair. They're placating the fans, and in doing so, they're not actually doing what they're promising the fans they're doing, which is to protect Tua. So. If he goes out there and God forbid the worst happens, but at the very least he crashes and burns, you know what I mean? And it's like, it just looked like they did everything for him. That's going to be a worse situation than it is if they'd have just cut ties right away, and it's a real shame to Tua because it's going to seriously affect the future of his career.
Scummy says Armstead is demanding Teddy be the starter. Scummy, dude. Jose, yeah. Eric.
Oh,
Fisher,
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Eric Fisher is an option. And Bonnie, Packers fan, thanks for coming by the show. Make sure you're subscribing. Thank you so much for coming by. What were you gonna say, Color?
I was gonna say, welcome back, Scummy. I haven't seen you in a while, man. You must have got a job and already. Must have got a job and already pissed off your new boss, huh?
Scummy's been scumming around, bro. Been doing the scum thing.
He's like, I'm back. I pissed off my new boss.
I'm back. I got fired, bitches.
Fuck off.
Guys, I'm done.
Doesn't give a damn. I'm in this.
Time to troll where people appreciate a good troll, damn it.
I actually have video of Scummy quitting his job. Knows the guy real well.
Attitude's wrong. Your tone of voice is wrong. This is your opportunity
for you. Playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Good for you, Scummy. Standing up to that guy.
That's right.
Stand up for that guy.
We need you around here, man.
We definitely do, bud.
You set my litmus.
Bonnie says Deshaun Watson will be in Miami as the Browns quarterback, not the Dolphins. Damn. And you're throwing shade. Take that shit back to the Packers. What are you doing here? No, I was busting your shots.
Hey, it's really funny. Like Sunday morning when we play the Browns in Miami, I'm going to have an open door going on.
You're going to have the open door.
See, the door can open again.
It will, and it'll look something, kind of like this.
I am the keymaster.
I am the gatekeeper.
Well, who knows? Could look exactly like that. Look, everything of that. But I'm gonna go ahead, and I think Eric Fisher would be the backup plan. He has had injury history, would cost significantly less money, and he runs a good scheme. They do a lot of running the football up there in Colts land, and he wasn't the guy since coming back from injury. But look, I think it was Ted Karras when we brought him in here after his injury, and they were like, "Oh, I don't know if he could do it." Now look at Ted Karras; we're signing big money. So, he no different than anyone else we're picking up. Injury histories, coming off injuries. I mean, I guess, hey, look, they got injured last year. You're playing the numbers game. They won't get injured this year. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Color. I mean,
Oh, I do have footage of what Deshaun and his offensive line's hotel room is going to look like the night before the game down here.
oh yeah, let me show it then. Go ahead. Well, at least we know when they come to play the game, they'll be all tapped out.
Well, that's what's going to happen when the Cuban Mafia gets to it.
Damn, bro.
I'm your huckleberry.
Shit gonna get real as a muh. No. All right, guys. I'm dropping the link. Before I do, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. We're going to hang out here for, I don't know, like another hour or so.
By the way, in case you guys didn't notice, Teddy over here is a big fan of Tua. He's wearing a Tua lei.
I seen that. Check it out. Supporting his quarterback. Look at that.
Yep.
I like that. It's very nice. Very in taste as well. Digging it for sure.
I highly encourage, on a serious note, everybody go to Tua lei's website and order yourself a Tua lei. It's for a good cause. I don't remember what it's for, but it's for some kind of good cause.
You think Big John knows Beetlejuice? If Big John knows Beetlejuice, he's holding out, bro. He needs to let me know. So, what's up, Crypto?
What's up, Crypto?
Hey, what's going on?
Living the dream, bud.
Stephen Ross is disappointed. He is not a happy camper at this moment.
Is that right? I was hoping you were going to give me an update on Stephen Ross, because I had hoped by now we would be looking at Armstead in the aqua and orange. So what's going on here?
Yeah, he's going to have a meeting. He's calling for a meeting with Greer in the morning. And I'm going to straighten out some things on this roster. He's not
Crypto,
happy. He's been disappointed.
I'm a fan of Chris Greer, but as of late, it's getting hard to defend him. Now, I also got to remember, guys, Chris Greer will never, and he said this, he's never going to put players on the team that the coach don't want. So I'm wondering, has Mike McDaniel said no to players for the money or something? I don't know. Or is it Armstead or nothing? And does that
remember, Chris, they was giving him stuff about being a pushover for Flores. So if he's saying that, then they can't fault Flores for telling them who he wants on the ball club.
Well, listen, at least moves were made and it made sense. We were seeing free agent pickups when we signed Kyle Van Noy. We understood it. And, when we signed, ex-players that got on the team, although they didn't stick around long, we understood why we were there. I don't like carrying the dead cap, but it is what it is. I'm going to bring Mountie Fins on as well. What's up, Mountie? What's up, man? You there, Mountie Fins?
He has that mute button on.
No, I don't see no mute. I'm going to put him on mute and drop him in backstage. I'll try it again, but Tony's hanging out back there. What's up, Tony? You in here recycling material on me, dog? Thanks a lot. Scummy says Teddy or nothing.
First of all, Color, you're hilarious.
Teddy or nothing.
What's that?
You should be working at the comedy club in Miami.
Thanks, man. I was shooting for HBO Comedy Hour. You're putting me in the comedy club. Thanks,
nice,
man.
Nice.
Honestly, I understand you guys are messing with me, but like I said, there is no such thing as self-plagiarism. There is no such thing. That's just a made-up fantasy in your head.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I understand why people are upset, but we need to realize.
But you know, my last name is Color for a reason, right? Right, Tony? You know, I see everything. I can see right through all of it.
That's right. You can see
Yeah.
right through you.
Yeah, and I understand why people are upset. That
My
we're not
mind is
spending
actually
money, but you have to-
is actually designed to identify a perfect match, like perfection. That's
Well, then you should
know.
then you should be advising this Chris Greer that I tend to like a lot.
I try, but
Well-
everybody dogs me for not wanting perfection for my football team.
I don't know, guys. I'm really.
We were the only perfect franchise in history. You know that, Color.
That's
You
true.
realize that too.
What a coinky dink.
Yeah, and you know the sad part about it is, funny you should bring that up, Crypto, is when the 50th anniversary,
Mr.
the
Honesty.
50th anniversary is coming up. I feel that my generation, the kids below 30, 35 and below, are going to disrespect that legendary team because we never experienced anything and stuff like
Right.
that. That's what I fear.
I mean, I will say this. I don't know how a lot of these fans are in their 30s and didn't grow up in South Florida, because at least when I was younger and went to football games or played and stuff, like there was something to watch. I respect you guys for that live afar and are fans of a franchise that's just hard to be fans of, because I mean, yeah. And Samuel says, you know, if we don't sign Armstead tomorrow, we're fucked. And that ain't no bullshit, bro.
I'm not overpaying for an.
You got to seal the deal.
The guys, the dude. I understand why you guys want to sign Armstead, but a guy who's been playing on turf his whole career, his knees are gonna be shot, and he's like 320 pounds. You really
so Tony, for me,
so it's gonna be 25 or 30 million, Tony. 25 or 30 million.
Tony, for me, plain and simple, bro, is sign him to a 4-year deal. Hope you get him for those first 2. By the year 3, you can see if it's worth keeping or moving off of them with little or no dead cap. But for the foreseeable short future, we need to start finding out answers about, can this coach make this offense the way he thinks he can, number one? And number 2, is this quarterback the guy that can run the offense the way the coach needs, or whatever? Because we need to start finding out some clarity here and start looking at our team the way I remember that I was talking about younger, is that we had you go like, all right, we're going to be in it. We got a defense like this. All right, we're in this game. We got Dan Marino. All right, we're going to see some fireworks. We're doing, whatever. Insert something of value here. Right now, it's a little bit too much of, it's a lot of, I don't know. It's a lot of what ifs. And granted, I love the hope. I like all the new stuff. I'm loving the media days. I'm going to be hyping it up all year. But again, guys, when you're a fan, you're a fanatic. When you're a fanatic, you pay attention to your team in a form of a fanatic. I followed so closely that now I can literally hear the key bubble words of just, keywords that you replace from guru to genius to
that word gets thrown out quite a bit.
Whisperer, guru, genius are all buzzwords that they want to attach to things. It's a PR thing. And when they find a new word, it's kind of like, remember how everything in the 2000s, everything was what's the word I'm looking for? Not excellent. Damn it.
Superb.
Not superb, but you know what I mean. It's like a word that comes out like, everything's this now or whatever. It's not what the word means, but that's what we're calling it. It's just again and
another word. I'm going to use another word that people use a lot in the draft: generational talent.
That's right, generational.
Yeah, especially
talent.
They throw that word a lot. Talent.
Yeah,
like a vernacular paradigm. Chris.
What's up? What's up, Mountie? Jump in anytime, bud. How's it going? You there, Mountie? You there, Mountie? What's up, Mountie? Jump in anytime, bud. Got a little feedback on you.
How y'all doing?
Doing good, my man.
All right. How's it going?
You there, Mountie? Oh.
The feedback.
No, Mountie Finn's having some trouble. I'm sure he'll hop back in. I'll drop the link again,
But
Mountie.
Chris.
Oh, no, there he is.
My question.
Go ahead,
Chris,
Crypto.
my question is that McDaniel is making this offense or team in his own image, right? But the question is, what player is going to be biting off the forbidden fruit in this so-called Garden of Eden?
Whoa, Crypto, you getting real as hell now, bro. We're talking about biting forbidden fruits in the Garden of
That's
Eden
what I'm trying to
shit.
figure out.
I mean,
Do
damn,
we really
bro.
that image in our head, Crypto? Seriously?
I mean, jeez, dude. I mean, I don't know.
Who's Eve in this story? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't
The
know.
cheerleaders.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe so, Cutler.
I don't know. Mountie, can you help me?
Man, I'm drawing a blank.
I know, right? Crypto does zap my brain and
I
stuff.
have successfully answered 2 questions tonight with cheerleaders.
Yeah, well, Color's on a roll. See if you can go for the Triple Crown. Guys, I don't like being in this position where I'm okay signing blockbuster deals. In the article I read earlier, Omar Kelly's like, yeah, it would be the first time where it's the highest paid tackle paid in off season, and that's what you're gonna get if you get Armstead. What's that?
Lorenzo says just got real spursal.
What you call two of the serpent in the garden? Scummy. Wow.
Nice.
Man, that was classic.
Oh,
So
Two is the serpent. Wow, that's brutal.
Scott's like, yeah, we do have elite cheerleaders. I will give it that, bro. Good luck. Those are
2 is actually the demurge.
Oh. Why are we getting all biblical now? Seriously?
The man god.
You guys had no idea. So
No, they throwing around that term. He's the whisperer and all that. It falls right in line. He's supposed to bring perfect harmony. So I just went to that level.
That's right. I kind of figured the parallel in some ways. Go ahead, Tony.
Question to you, Color, specifically. I said this on Larry's channel, and everyone jumped down my throat. I'm like, if you're gonna pay a tackle, why not just put him on the blind side for Tua? A guy I understand he's a left tackle, but people have been saying if you're an elite left tackle, you can play the right tackle position. Why not just put him on Tua's blind side and have Eichenberg on the left side or something on the left side? This is what I don't get. What if you're?
Well, there's a couple. Oh, go ahead, Color. It was to you.
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't know why anybody jumped down your throat for a suggestion like that. I mean, if you're paying,
Yeah, no, I understand you're paying him left tackle money, but still, he's your blind side blocker, basically for your left-handed quarterback and stuff like that. So why not just sign him to that blind side money to block your young quarterback's blind side, having the veteran on the right side instead of the left side, because it would make a lot more sense than having him on the left side where your quarterback is not really throwing to that's not really his blind side and stuff like that. Make sense to me. In my honest, that makes no sense.
Because not everybody's ambidextrous.
You don't think?
Good answer.
You don't think this guy? You don't think he's ambidextrous?
Can Jason Sanders kick with his left foot?
Look, It's even then.
I mean, I'm sure he can make an attempt, and it might look better than any of our normal foot kicks. But
Tua has thrown right-handed before.
So fins up Nubin says what I would say is that the guys on the left side are more of the elite guys that are the pass rushers coming that way. Again,
But
this
Tua
is
can see that.
I know.
Can move. Yeah, but Tua can see that, and he can move to the side. He can't see what he. You can't. What's the term? You can't react to what you can't see. Am I correct, or am I going crazy?
Tony, I mean, you're not. There's no not arguing, but I think there's a little bit of both things you get out of it. Tua steps up in front of himself, knowing that it's cleared. It's going to be a zone run thing. It's the elite guy on there. It's the one answer they could buy and know that they would have with the purchase. And they know that a left side tackle is, don't get me wrong, if they were sold all in, I would think that they would have gotten Morgan Moses. But I also think that they view Eichenberg as that right tackle. I don't really know, man. We don't know what this offensive line is doing. But you're right. It is the blind side. It's hard to argue with you want to protect the blind side of your quarterback and you got a left-handed quarterback. But again, the elite of the pass rushers are coming from the right side of the field, blitzing in their face. That's where all the problems came from outside of Jesse Davis a couple of times. So
I can see where people are coming from with that, but at least with if they're gonna do a lot of bootlegs, Tua can bootleg to the right side and avoid that rush.
That's him having to run back across his body, and he's gonna have to turn and either throw across his body against himself, cutting the field in half, which is difficult to do, and then again, if he's going to push it downfield, he's going to have to reset his feet and throw it again. It's a lot more time. And really, by having a left-handed quarterback, you want to go against the grain of everywhere where it's going, too. You know, the free rusher let off the edge doesn't have to be the guy you choose to be a great tackle where Tua's trying to get away from. You can actually plug him up with it doesn't have to be a great pass rusher you're letting come through because you can hopefully plug him in with Armstead. And also in the run game, you're going to be in better shape if Armstead's taking the best player that they got on, or your best position paid for in the run game is going against the guy. Because if you got a superior right tackle protecting the blind side, well, in the run game, it's not helping you when you're leaving whoever is your left tackle out to dry against who's their best pass rusher against it. Even though I know it's pass rusher, but still, it's just the way it goes.
Someone in the chat is like, "Bless your heart, catch your tomatoes." Someone in the chat was saying, "Here, catch your tomatoes." What is that? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I think we're gonna benefit pretty good with the more experienced coaching staff. Tua will benefit more with a more experienced coaching staff, especially Darrell Bevel. He's the bright spot in all of this, along with McDaniel. He's gonna help Tua progress and learn how to play quarterback at the NFL level. There's a lot of things that Tua is clearly devoid of, and that's just learning the game at this level. There's a higher responsibility. There's a higher level of learning and that he hasn't gotten yet.
So I'm guessing this guy Bevel's gonna be the passing game.
No, Darren Bevel's the quarterback's coach, I thought.
Yeah, and the pass game coordinator.
Oh, he is the pass game coordinator too?
He is.
Oh, cool. Yeah, to me, it's just you guys can see up and down the roster that, well, I don't want to say roster because it's the coaching staff, but you can literally see what they're trying to do with the coaches that they brought in. Applebaum's kind of the question mark because it is his first head, offensive coaching job, offensive line coaching job in the NFL, but it's what he specializes in. So it's not like it's his first job ever. He's in it, and there's a good track record, especially where he left Boston with their line this year. Frank Smith is going to be good. I like John Embry. I think as far as the scheme, again, you can see all these coaches are brought in to specialize in their position groups to accomplish building this scheme. If it fails,
I wonder why.
If it fails, we're gonna know why. Now that's kind of why I want Armstead, because then there's no reason to say you're gonna be able to see if it's quarterback failure, if it's somewhere else on the lines failure, if it's weapons failure. You're gonna know where the failure is
at all levels.
Bro, you see the thumbnail?
No, what thumbnail?
On this stream.
I didn't.
Freaking fantastic, dude.
I haven't. Let me pull it up. HB in the back is hard at work, bro. He's always hard at work.
Freaking fantastic, man.
Let me see.
Listen.
Oh man, it's amazing. He did a great job. Oh man, that is hilarious, bro. That's
the
pretty
Dolphins
good.
are going to be in a war room 6 weeks from now, trying to figure out how to get it done.
HB in the back outdoing himself these days, bro. He's in it.
For sure.
Dude,
I think we get Devontae Parker's potential replacement in this draft, because this draft is potentially receiver heavy.
It is. It's very loaded. I've been scouting 1 through 10. Very capable. Very capable.
Listen, there's guys.
I think Devontae Parker's replacement is in this draft.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, his replacement was in the draft in 2018. They just didn't act on it.
Don't get him started, Bounty. Don't get him started. He does not want this guy.
Although me and Crypto don't agree on all things, but that guy, we might lockstep somewhat.
So
I'm sorry.
It's funny because they talked to Teddy Bridgewater, and I said this earlier on, and he called it exactly. Teddy Bridgewater actually knows Devontae Parker because he said this about him. He said he's probably watching SpongeBob and eating a bowl of cereal, which is not what he should be fucking doing right now. He's supposed to be a professional. He should be out there fucking doing.
Oh god!
Hey, and to the board, I don't know if you guys ever heard this in the past. I've heard a couple years ago, Devontae Parker is from what I hear, he in the past he's been a little unprofessional. He doesn't take care of his body. He doesn't train like he's supposed to, which speaks to the reason why he's unhealthy. He can't stay healthy.
So to me, and it's what Devontae Parker is, gifted athlete, freak body type to do what he does, but it's a 9 to 5 for the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you got to take care of your body in the offseason.
I don't want to. It's not that he's not taking care of his body. I don't think it's that he's not gonna go above and beyond what play. He's not leaving it out all on the field. There's hold back from him, and it's because this is a job, not
adventure.
He doesn't want to be. He see, Devontae Parker doesn't want to be known as one of the greatest. See, if you got that pedigree and you got that drive to be one of the greatest at your position,
you try, bro.
You're gonna be like Terrell Owens, no matter what. You're gonna
Jerry
be trying
Rice.
to work at it. You know.
I mean, he could have at least been AJ Green good. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought we were getting when we were getting Devontae Parker was AJ Green. That's who I thought.
That was his most likely comp. That's what they was comparing.
When he came out of Louisville, dude, I thought he was gonna be a beast.
I thought he was too, bro. I mean, I knew.
Yeah, he has a lot of promise.
He
from
does.
Year one to year 4.
It's too bad.
And that was it. Once he showed those signs, that was time to reset. Probably hit the reset button. But when Greer was getting rid of all those pieces, when Flores was coming in, Everybody was playing off the street, and they were just grabbing people at the local commissary and Walmart to play.
That's when the time was to strike.
That was the time to go ahead and strike and get off Devontae as well.
You could have got a second round pick for him or something like that right then and there. And you
Right.
know what they
That
could
was
have
his
done?
prime
They could have
opportunity to do
they
it.
could have got lucky and tried to get something more if they pushed the pick further down. Say, hey, look, I don't want a second this year. Give me a first in 2 years. Really gamble on it. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of his ass.
Right, because they was already stripping the team down to bare bones. So
I don't know why.
you had nothing to lose at that point.
I
I'm like, what the heck? What the heck are you doing?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
They made a bad situation worse when they did that.
What's up, Big John, my brother? What's going on?
Can you guys hear me, bro, without any interruptions, though?
Yeah, you
Big
sound
John,
good.
we hear you.
Good.
You sound better.
No cutting in and out now this time?
Not anything so far.
Right.
Okay, I figured out. I knew what the fuck was going on, and then my daughter had pulled the. We have those universal plugs where you plug it into the wall, and it has like 6. And she had separated it from the wall, so I'm plugging it into the wall, but it's wobbly. Like she moved it from where it's supposed to go. So by moving it, connection goes and doesn't go. And I was like, you know what you made me do today with people that are usually naturally, you make me look like an asshole.
Well, I got bad news. It's kind of breaking a little, but it's not like it's been. But I
got bad news. Everything we just told you is complete shit. You sound terrible.
Not terrible. You're sounding better, but I don't know, man. No problem, bro.
Wake up again?
A tiny bit. It's not as good as it's been, but that's okay, man. We'll ride it.
No, sound better than yesterday.
I need to figure out what.
John. Yeah, you better figure out. That's not gonna be. Check your Ethernet, bro. Like the actual Ethernet cord. Sometimes they get shaky. Like the one I'm using, is starting to get shaky.
My computer's connected through Wi-Fi. It's not connected.
That's brother. I'm telling you right now, connecting my computer to the friggin' box with a cord, game changer, dog. Game changer. Got to be done.
Yeah, but it's either I connect my computer, Ethernet cable. I connect my PS5.
Yeah.
Cable.
You know, so John, I've been hearing that the Dolphins have given the Dolphins and Armstead essentially have the numbers figured out. It's essentially Armstead's just got to sign because the numbers are kind of figured out. Are you hearing that too? Because I know you got a little bit more, a couple of guys you talked to as well. Are you hearing the same thing I'm hearing?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, they have to finish crossing, dotting a couple of I's and crossing some T's. But for the most part, I mean, you basically know what it is. He knows what he's getting. He knew getting before he got here.
Yeah, I know. The deal's been written up for a while.
Yeah, he's been a free agent for like 2 to 3 weeks. So it shouldn't. I thought it was already going to be done. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I was going to 10 or it was going to be 3 or 4 in the end. Boom. That's what I thought. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I got a phone call at 2 something, and I said, "This is Gio calling me to tell me he signed Terron Armstead." And nope, it wasn't that. And I was supposed to go on with him earlier tonight, and something tough, and I wasn't able to get on with him. So I figured on here, So.
Well, I heard that it's the money's already figured out. It's been kind of, he's been very open with what it would take to play here in particularly. But I think he's still waiting to hear back from something. Because, dude, what I'm worried about is if he leaves here, if we find out he's leaving, that's not going to look good.
We failed somewhere.
Where's the blame lie if he doesn't?
On the organization, on everybody. Talk about it.
That's not going to be good, bro.
Chris Beer gets blamed. Russ gets blamed. Players get blamed. We should have done a full court press. What the Clippers did to DeAndre Jordan when he was a free agent. And everybody locked the door and didn't let that man leave till he signed the contract. 11 guys. You didn't hear about that?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
12 showed up to his crib and listen, we're a team here. We're not leaving till you sign. And he had already signed with the Mavericks, and then he recanted. He signed.
Well, remember when Lyle Collins was, all that stuff figured out after the draft? Dolphins were out there courting him. You had Mike Pouncey and Brandon Albert. They were all like, we're going to build the team. That was actually, I think it was like 2015 or something. It was the year of the 2016 season. And we didn't get him, and the Dallas Cowboys did. And I remember thinking, fuck. That dude, that young kid playing guard with everyone else that's on the team, we were gonna really cook it. And we didn't get it. Not that we went to the playoffs, but it's all when I saw him come back available again at 28 years old, and he just went to Cincy for the money he went to. And Morgan Moses going for the money he went to. It's getting hard to defend Chris Greer.
I don't know what I find funny. I was just thinking about this. Every time I'm on the show with Dono, I never break up.
I know. I'm wondering the same shit.
I just thought that I'm like, I get on with Dono. We switch it up the park every single week. Then I go back and I rewatch to see if I came out clear, and there's never a hiccup or anything. So
maybe something's because like when I try to do shows during the day, during the week, it's like the Wi-Fi is weak because so many people are draining the Wi-Fi. When I do it later at night, it does better. There must be something that's on nearby draining the Wi-Fi or some shit. That's weird because it wasn't doing that a couple weeks ago. Or not even 2-3 weeks ago, you were coming in clear. Something's happening.
I think when I moved in here and he's using the Wi-Fi and he's on his PlayStation, so that could be that could be a problem.
So
I actually have 5-6 people using my Wi-Fi besides me.
Oh, see that. That's why. It's because it's late at night. Everybody's got all the Wi-Fi on during the day. Not everybody got all the Wi-Fi on. That's why it's coming in like that, probably. But either way, if we whiff, and I'll ask everybody this, if we whiff on Armstead, I hope Eric Fisher would be the next guy in line because it seems I know he's got injury history, but where's everybody stand on Eric Fisher as far as if the Dolphins have to bring another guy in here and bring in competition at left tackle and see which one of these guys shakes out? Because Armstead comes in here, he's the guy. Eric Fisher comes in here, who's been good in the past, so it's not like he's terrible.
He's a star guy.
He's maybe not, because that's what we thought about Ted Karras, and other teams are believing in Ted Karras these days. You know what I'm saying?
We had flow.
But that's again,
Karras is. Let the truth be told, Karras has been bouncing around a lot.
He
was kept by New England twice, I think.
Yeah, he moved positions last year.
Again, he still keeps finding work and producing on good teams as of late. The worst team he's been on in the last couple of years is ours. Just saying. That's it. So he's doing something right.
I think
at the end of the day, I think record.
I think our coaching / quote unquote teaching our offensive line, which is the trench, will be much improved because we have an offensive line coach that has a clue, that has coached a couple teams, that has some lineage in coaching offensive lines. I mean, you figure you get Chris Forrester, Mike Munchak, Bill Callahan. You're talking about the best offensive line coaches in the game. With this line, we probably have a top 10 line in the league. But it comes down to coaching and time invested.
Essentially, I mean, listen, that's what I was going to say just before that to Big John, is that if Fisher was the default guy and got brought in, and if there's anything left in the tank for him to even be, as you say, a stopgap, to hold it down long enough to where midseason the line can shake out. There's still a lot of good talent on this offensive line. I'll reference something back from earlier in the show, but I shared something on my Twitter. Guys, go follow me on Twitter. The Fins Tailgate, at the Fins Tailgate, all one word, lowercase. Solomon Kinley, I follow on Instagram. He's a good follow. He's lost some weight. He's looking fit and slim. He looks like somebody who's prepared to run, because that's what's coming. And he didn't get a lot of playing time last year, so don't sleep on guys like that. Fighting. We might find ourselves, I don't want to say in a pickle. We need that left tackle. We get that left tackle, now everything else shakes out. The offensive line could look completely different. You know what I'm saying? We could have Kinley, Hunt back where they were. I liked that. And then rotate in well, if we get Armstead, then now we're just worried about two other guys, and we're just rotating these guys around. Who knows? We could have two other guys sitting in rotation as Liam Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. All of a sudden, we got depth. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows?
I know. Well, we've been putting a lot of pressure on the offensive line. However, again, Tua is the signal caller. So he, regardless of who we have at tackle or guard or center, Tua has to direct traffic. He has to be able to call the proper protections.
Mm-hmm.
He sees all, not just a portion of the field, all. So look, he has to make adjustments. So we can't leave him out of that sense of responsibility. Yeah, talent, yes. However, we need a signal caller who knows how to run the offense.
Oh, well, Mountie, nobody's off the hook
That's
around
correct.
here, bud. Nobody's off the hook around here.
That's a must.
If I'm looking at this
You have to do
offense
that.
and I'm looking at, in depth, him probably needing to audible out of a play, and doesn't, we're gonna wonder what's going on. And if things start coming out where we've heard about him having a hard time learning offenses, which is weird because I remember hearing that, I think it was his rookie year, Chan Gailey said something about it.
Yeah, Gailey. It was Gailey.
I never heard anything about that up to that point about Tua, that he struggled in learning offenses. But if that comes
until he admitted about the playbook.
I'm going to tell you right now, the word that I got when he was at Alabama, okay, knock on wood, the word that I got when he was at Alabama, they had to water down some concepts. They had to water down some things for him to get it.
Well, man, if that's what we're having around here, and Darren Bevel doesn't get his act together with that, and we're looking at guys pissing up a rope because he can't figure out the offense, then we're gonna be in trouble. That's not good.
He's not going to be happy about that.
No. And again, that's probably why they brought Teddy Bridgewater in here, because Teddy knows these offenses and how to operate them. At least he's going to work hard and learn the offense. So
see, this is what happens, guys. This is what happens when you come from a privileged program like Alabama, when you have Henry Ruggs, you have Judy, you have Waddle, you have Devontae Smith, you have you have a plethora of offensive weapons at your disposal at any given time.
Didn't even talk about the running backs.
Exactly. So it's essentially pitch and catch. You don't really have to orchestrate an offense. You call a play and pick like Marino said, pick a guy, let it fly. It's no.
That was
artistry.
some reference to being aggressiveness.
Yeah, that was about pushing the ball down the field.
About pushing the ball down the field and being aggressive.
But
making the defense play for cheating.
Listen, that's not unlike the offense that they are trying to install here. I don't want to hear no dumbing down shit. You know what I'm saying? If they got to start dumbing down the offense, or
that means we're in trouble.
That ain't gonna be good.
We got some problems.
You're not ready for higher learning. Sorry.
That he needs it, because that's what's gonna take. Because if you look at that offense that the Rams ran, that was some complicated shit, bro. That's why they got rid of Goff and brought in Stafford, because Stafford's seen a lot, done a lot, and had the ability to pick up a complex offense in a short time. It took him right to the Super Bowl and won it.
Yeah, it just took him 1 year. So this whole notion,
not even a year, it took him an off season.
This whole notion that it's going to take 12 years for Tua to learn this offense is nonsense.
It shouldn't be, because
I'm not worthy to hear that.
It's supposed to be complex.
These are grown professionals. He get paid $30 million to learn the playbook. He better learn it in one season. None of this doggone, it's going to take 2-3 years crap. It's nonsense.
Well, we can't know more. It's been 3 years now. He should
can't
know
afford
some of the
that.
offenses. He should have some college plays. He should have some first-year NFL plays, some second-year NFL plays, and they should dice in this run game with the new plays and trick plays they're going to do. And this should amount to better product on the field, along with everybody understanding limitations of the offense. And again, dude, it's not, I don't want to say it's not fair to Tua, because it is his third year and we gave Tannehill so much time. Well, we gave Tannehill more time.
He is actually a veteran now, Chris. He has reached veteran status.
But Tannehill wasn't picked 5th overall either. You know what I'm saying?
He was 7th. He was only 2 slots behind him.
Well, it doesn't matter. Look, Greer, the organization.
He wasn't touted. Tannehill wasn't a quarterback that was touted coming into the draft that was like the best passer in college football. You know what I'm saying?
No, he wasn't. He was a quarterback convert. He was a receiver
because they couldn't get RG3 and they wasn't getting luck. That was the problem. He was the guy they settled for, because they know RG3 was off the board and Luck was off the board. Tannehill was the settlement
I know
play.
that. I know that. I'm just saying, like, exactly. We knew that Tannehill wasn't the top tier talent. Tua was only falling in our lap because he got injured. If he would have played that year, it would have been him or Burrow. And it was, I don't know, it was bought and sold where we were going to have a franchise quarterback. Now we talk about limitations, and that's fine. We talk about the injuries. We talk about this stuff.
Right.
Talk about changing the plan. Well, if this plan changes and we're going to this heavy run scheme and he can't deliver because he's not picking up the offense, then what the fuck else we got? It's limited arm strength. It's can't learn offenses. It's injury history. That's not going to good look. So I don't think that's what we're going to get. This is supposed to play into his strengths, but I was sold that he's a cerebral player. He's an elite football quarterback player, facilitator of an offense, has the arm strength to push the ball down the field when he knows it's the time to strike. And he's supposed to be able to learn. This is his Alabama offense. That's what I'm being told.
I don't like Tua's long ball. His long ball, it takes a little bit. It takes too long to get down the field. One, it's like if you look at the 2 long balls that he threw, especially this season, the Jets, the New Orleans. Dude, he's like the guy's like going to give himself a hernia to trying to get the ball down the field.
As long as it gets down there and it's a wide receiver in stride, throw that bitch early if it takes so long. I don't care what you got to do. I've seen Teddy Bridgewater throw the slowest football too, and he can get him down there on target sometimes. So we just look again. This Mike McDaniel's job. He knows what he got. They didn't go after Deshaun. They could have. It was a purchase price they could have paid. Shit, it was cheaper than what we all heard they were going to pay for him. So they could have worked it out.
I think, to be honest with you, and just
cheaper.
my guess, I think Deshaun kind of stepped away, to be honest with you, because of all the nonsense that's going on with the owner.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mountie, if
I don't think he did.
if Armstead walks away and goes and signs with a team, we're looking at him signing for $16 million a year on another football team. We're gonna go, what the fuck is really going on around here? That's where we're gonna go.
Well, Collins.
That's what I'm saying right now, Mountie. That's what I'm saying already. If Armstead is the last final straw and he signs with another team, and everyone's reporting.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. He's not a lineman, but when you got Will Fuller that's out the whole season with a broken finger, that tells you a little something. You got players that are saying that
That is interesting.
That's a
mystery
dude, the guy's
injury
got
to
a
me.
broken finger. I mean, he's gonna look like if he sit out the whole season with a broken finger, he look like a pansy.
Dude, tie that bitch together and do your job. I mean, unless you're
do what Steve DeBerg did. He had a
they
freaking splint in there.
Cut the finger off and play football. How about that? $10 million.
Yeah. Russell Wilson, he had a broken, contorted finger. He came back in 6 weeks. He was good. So
either way, but that's the sell at the moment now is that, that negativity is out of the building.
Yeah.
That went with the way of Flores in some kind of, I don't know, some other shit going on back there. So again, Mike McDaniel, by all accounts of the free agents that have come here, they're here because they know or they believe that Mike McDaniel is going to get the best out of them in this offense and what they're building. So hopefully they make Armstead a part of this team because it's going to be, listen, if Armstead goes somewhere else and he's getting 22 a year guaranteed and it's some, $100 million contract and it's with, the Lions or some shit, I'll be like, all right, I didn't want to sign him for that kind of money. But if he goes to another team and he's signing $16-17 million a year for 3 years, that's not going to look good. It's going to look like players are avoiding the Dolphins because all the reports are that the Dolphins have been wanting him the most. And that's why Collins left and they didn't give him a contract or didn't pay him what the Bengals paid him or more than the Bengals paid him or whatever it took because they were going to take that money and give more and go get Armstead. That's who Mike McDaniels apparently wants. So, I don't know. It's what the story of a roundabout way is. What's up, Kahari? I'm just seeing you in here. Somebody important. Q. What's happening, guys? Martina. So that's not going to be good, bro. It's not going to be good if this slips through our fingers. So I was hoping that news would come along tonight, but there's no way it's happening, any later than this. Printing press has already started the paper. Stop the presses. I was hoping that we would get breaking news and I could play the breaking news clip. A TFTG news break. I was hoping to play that for some breaking news. Haven't had a chance to use it live yet, so one of these days I'm gonna get it. Big John, you still there, bud? I don't know what happened to Big John. Crypto Color, you still there?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Barely, but yep.
I'm gonna drop Big John back. I guess he is.
Big John has he could fix his mic.
Oh well, I'm gonna. Oh look, there
I am on Pennsylvania Avenue, Big John. You want me to go say hello to your president for you?
I'm pretty sure you can hear me now.
So
I figured it the fuck out, bro. Fuck.
So Big John. Oh, you're sick too, man. That sucks.
Like my nigga, hey, they're living daycare. It's a cesspool.
Daycare.
Oh yeah, you put the kid
daughter.
in daycare, you're getting everything. You'll have the strongest immune system ever in like 5 years.
Yeah,
You'll have the
exactly.
strongest immune system ever.
Why won't he die?
You'll have like a giant friggin' daycare immune system. Ain't nobody got a stronger immune system than daycare lady.
Oh, yep.
So
they have a
guys,
high tolerance level.
Oh man, they got a high tolerance level for everything. They're dealing with all that. You know, I used to be a lifeguard once upon a time, and we used to do in the off season. We would do in summertime we would do junior lifeguards, and you would get groups of kids, and I would always take the kids from like 7 and under, and nobody ever wanted them. But when I got there, man, these kids were so great to work with. But dude, you get sick. You get a bunch of 7-year-old kids. These parents are gone. I gotta watch them all, make sure they're not drowning, teach them how to do stuff. What's cool is they actually did a lifeguard competition, and my group always won. They smothered. I mean, they're 7-year-olds, but I taught them what to do, and they actually went out there and whipped everybody's ass, like teaching how to surf. It was really cool, man. I got some pictures. Maybe I'll show you guys sometime. But all right, off topic. We'll get back on topic.
Everybody wanted the 15 group, huh?
Oh no. It didn't go that old. It stopped at 13. So, but no, everybody wanted that forget what it was. It was the 9 or something like that, or the 8 to 11 group, because they were old enough to function. The older kids didn't want to do shit. The younger kids were hard because they're younger kids. It was the middle group kids that everybody wanted. But I mean, I'm just gonna start shutting the show down. But John, I want to get your feeling on like guys like, I don't know, Darren Williams even as a right tackle coming here and maybe shoring up the right side, and then we can concentrate with the guys on the left because we got a left guard in there, or Eric Fisher coming in here and maybe handling that role. If Armstead doesn't get put on this football team, where are we gonna go?
I'm a very Crypto the other day said something that's not true. He goes, damn, big time. You look good. You're great on a real quick scale. That's me. If the Miami Dolphins do not sign Terron the entire offseason.
Damn, bro.
No matter what you brought in, no matter the coaches, that's all beautiful. But when you get Terron Armstead in the building, that's like getting LeBron James to the Heat for a visit and you let the man leave. Pat Riley closed the deal. There is no way in hell Terron Armstead should leave Miami. If we got him here, the whole thing was Deshaun, right? We got the stars aligned. Deshaun went to go in Cleveland, and pardon my French, everybody, to quote the words of Joe, a Gator, what the fuck is there to do in Cleveland? Nothing. Okay, that's what he said. In Cleveland, nothing. So he went to Cleveland, people.
Tell you what, he gonna buy like a whole freaking sector of Cleveland in a couple of years because they just gave him enough money to. I mean, I don't know what the real estate looks like.
That's not going to make the streets around the stadium any prettier unless he starts giving away his salary and fix everything.
I don't know. I kind of
you guys do know that when LeBron left, they dropped $500 million in value, right?
Yeah, but like think of when LeBron was there and what he did for him, and he could do that too, and then jet on his way. I'm just saying, I don't know what his plans are in Cleveland, but like right now, when he marches out and he's the Cleveland guy and everything moves.
We had the opposite. We had that our guy left to Cleveland. Now he went to Cleveland and they attached at the hip to him. First sources, okay, decided to come down here. And the guy landed in Miami. There should be no reason ever for that man to leave. Nothing.
Well, John, I'm gonna drop you back because I'm closing it down, and you're still kind of breaking up, brother. Too, man. I'm sorry to say it, but if
what's going on,
bro? If by Big John standards, Crypto, and I'll go to you next, it's an epic failure if Armstead doesn't come here, because now him being in Miami, seeing it, as Big John pointed out,
Yeah.
and then chooses to not stay living in Miami for another team, that's gonna look bad, man. What say you, Crypto?
Yeah.
What does
They're
Crypto and Ross have to say about this?
gonna be very disappointed. He's not a happy camper.
Who shares this blame? Because John says everyone shares the blame in this problem. I don't know. Outside of
environment not being created that makes it comfortable for a player to say yes.
Really? See, that's kind of what I wonder too, because like we've seen the money other guys are going for that I would like on the team. Collins was the only one we know they had in the building that went somewhere for an affordable price, I think. If Armstead doesn't and he goes somewhere else, even if it was for whatever money it was, it would almost seem like, unless it's an absurd amount, like I just said, it would go, well, why didn't you just give him the money? You know, if it was a money thing. If he ends up on like the Chiefs, which I'm just using that as an example, it's not like they're in the market, but for less or more money or the same money or whatever, it's only going to look in the perspective of a bad look on the Dolphins.
Yeah. Real bad.
I started the show because I'm super excited because I love what all the players are saying and doing, and I like the idea of what we're going to see out of Miami Dolphins football in some ways, because it's going to be different. It's going to be fun, and with these other quarterbacks coming in, establishing a team with the highest floor you can across all boards is not a bad way to go about it, especially when you're trying to facilitate it to playmakers out in space. But again, you got to get smart with it. It's kind of what Mountyfin said. You really, to operate this offense, you got to operate it at a high level to outsmart and out-scheme the defense. So it's going to fall on Tua to make that job happen. If we see a vanilla offense out of Mike McDaniel, it's not going to be cool. But last thoughts, Crypto.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I think it's put up or shut up time now, because the clock is ticking. It's somebody gonna come out of the blue and scoop him up, which I think he already got his sights on somebody else if Miami don't do it, if he don't go back to New Orleans. So it's gonna be one of those things, It's gonna be weird.
I mean, you think he'll choose blocking the blind side of Jameis Winston over coming here to the Dolphins and making money and living in Miami and having somewhere? I mean, wherever he goes.
New Orleans. Yeah, there's always Bourbon Street.
Yeah, certainly is.
So he might like those witch doctors and what you call it.
Maybe that's how he plays through all those injuries. Maybe Devontae Parker could take note. Get himself a witch doctor. I know they got some over there in certain parts of Miami. You could find those guys for sure. All right, Crypto man. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Later, brother. Before I get to you, Color, I just want to remind everybody to make sure that they're catching tomorrow's show of Talk 7 TMI Tuesdays live at 9, color commentary on there with him, and then also Mike on the Mic with open mic after that at 10. Drop the mic on Saturdays. Brandon the Bookie on there sometimes with Mike on Saturdays too. Thursday nights, late night color commentary. Everybody got love. And then also, guys, hold on a second. Make sure to be checking out the TFTG stuff. Make sure that you guys are checking out all of our gear. Link is in the description below. And also, guys, we are sponsored by Fanatics. Make sure that you guys are checking and hitting the link in the description below. Not sponsored, excuse me. Partnered with Fanatics. Sorry, guys. Official partner of Fanatics. If you guys are looking for any great gear, anything at all, You guys want to, buy some cool cups, make sure to hit the link. Go get it. Also, guys, hit the like button, please. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, come over, hit the like button on the channel. Subscribe to the network over here on YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000. We really appreciate it. Going to give away another one of these hats here real soon. I don't know color. Maybe I'll give it away on either your show or Mike's show. I'll have one of you guys give it away. But all right, color. So here we sit. Armstead's in Miami. He sleeps his pretty little head in Miami tonight. Does he get on a plane and fly back to wherever he's going to go next? Or does he fly back to New Orleans?
Why don't he just sign the deal?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess he's going to sleep on it, but that usually tells me, that's a nice way of telling somebody no, because you don't want to tell them till the morning no. But
thanks, Q.
I think he's just, I'm just worried he becomes the latest symbol of why we're continuing the mediocrity, because, whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter if it's the QB or not. It's becoming clearly evident that players don't want to play here, and we got to figure out why.
Well, that's the signal it sends for sure. If Armstead signs somewhere else, if it's for less money than we're hearing, which I'm hearing it's around the 20 mil that he wants, anything outside of him getting an absurd amount of money for 6 years, some crazy ordealio, him leaving and going anywhere else will signal that he'd rather either. It's really down between from the front runners right now is New Orleans and the Dolphins. New Orleans doesn't look like a team building anywhere, and he's still got to play on that turf, but here he's got to run. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But by all accounts, again, the deal is done. And maybe it's done. And maybe we'll be hearing about it tomorrow before you know it, that he signed last night. They're just releasing it because there's a whole thing going on. They just want to be prepared to roll it out because they know it's a blockbuster type of signing because of the money they're probably going to have to give him. So with that, guys, make sure, again, to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, come back, tailgate party that never stops. You'll see color tomorrow with TMI Tuesday on Talk. Catch Mike tomorrow. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday, or maybe a special broadcast if we break news or something like that. So take it easy, guys. Fins up.